My name is Emily, and I am 28 years old. I work in an office and have been in a relationship with my boyfriend, Jake, for 3 years. I have always believed we had the perfect love story. He is kind, funny, and incredibly smart. His presence in my life has always been a source of joy and comfort. Jake works for a prestigious company, and his job often demands a lot from him. Sometimes, he has to travel for work, leaving me alone for days. Although I miss him terribly when he is gone, I have always trusted him completely. One afternoon, my best friend, Olivia, called me. There was an unusual seriousness in her voice, making my heart race with worry. "Emily, I need to talk to you," she said hesitantly. "What is it?" I asked, my grip tightening around the phone. "I saw Jake yesterday," Olivia admitted. "He was at a cafe with another woman." For a moment, everything around me seemed to freeze. My heart pounded against my chest. "Are you sure it was him?" I asked, hoping she was mistaken. "Yes, Emily. It was him," Olivia confirmed. He was holding her hand. They looked close. I could feel the air leaving my lungs. After the call, I sat on my bed, lost in a storm of emotions. I wanted to cry, but I also wanted to believe that Olivia was wrong, that there was some logical explanation for this. That night, Jake came home late as usual. He greeted me with a smile, as if nothing had changed, but I felt different. My heart felt heavier than ever. Taking a deep breath, I confronted him. "Jake, I need to ask you something." His smile faltered slightly. "What is it?" he asked, his voice calm. I looked into his eyes, hoping to find reassurance. "Were you at a cafe with another woman?" For a second, silence stretched between us. Then, his expression changed. He looked away, his shoulders dropping slightly. "Yes, I was," he admitted softly. It felt as if the ground beneath me had vanished. My hands trembled. "Why, Jake? Why would you do this to me?" My voice cracked with pain. He hesitated before speaking. "I made a mistake, Emily. I met her at work. We talked, and I liked her. But I still care about you." His words shattered whatever hope I had left. "If you care about me, why did you meet her like that?" I asked, tears threatening to spill. Jake let out a sigh. "I don't know. I was confused. I couldn't take it anymore." Without another word, I turned and walked to my room, shutting the door behind me. Tears streamed down my face as my heart ached in a way I had never known before. For the next few days, I couldn't stop thinking about it. Every moment replayed in my mind, over and over. I had always believed in our love, in Jake, in us. But now, everything felt like a lie, and I had no idea what to do next. I thought about all the good times Jake and I had shared, the promises he made, and the love I once believed in. I wondered if I could ever forgive him. One evening, Jake approached me, his voice heavy with regret. "Emily, I am so sorry," he said. "I know I hurt you. I made a terrible mistake." I looked at him, searching his face for sincerity. I wanted to believe him, but my heart was still aching. "Jake, I need time to think," I said softly. Over the next week, I sought clarity. I confided in Olivia, wrote in my journal, and spent countless hours reflecting. Could I ever trust him again? Would I ever feel truly happy with him? Then one day, I knew what I had to do. I called Jake and asked him to meet me at the park. When he arrived, I took a deep breath and looked into his eyes. "Jake, I love you, but I can't stay in this relationship," I said firmly. "I deserve someone who respects me and only me." Jake's face fell, sadness clouding his features. "I understand, Emily. I am so sorry for everything," he whispered. As I walked away, tears blurred my vision. It was the hardest decision I had ever made, but deep down, I knew it was the right one. Now, I am learning to love myself again. I spend time with my friends, explore new interests, and embrace the unknown. Life isn't always easy, but I am finally choosing my own happiness. I have stopped asking, "What if?" and started asking, "What's next?" Because life isn't about holding on to what hurts. It's about embracing what heals. And through painting, I have discovered something new about myself. I am stronger than I ever thought possible. I am strong. I can create beauty from pain. I can move forward even when life feels impossible. Not long ago, I met someone new. His name is Daniel. We met at the library, of all places. He was looking for a book, and I accidentally bumped into him. I laughed nervously, and he smiled. It wasn't love at first sight, but there was something about him, something kind and warm. Daniel and I started talking. At first, I was afraid to let anyone get close again. I had built walls around my heart, afraid of being hurt. But Daniel was patient. He didn't rush me or pressure me. He reminded me what it felt like to trust again, to laugh without fear, to feel light instead of heavy. It's still new, but I feel hopeful. What happened with Jake changed me forever, but it didn't break me. In fact, it made me stronger. It taught me what I deserve and what I will never settle for again. Sometimes, I think about the other woman. I wonder if she knew about me, or if she was just as blind as I was. But I don't hold any anger anymore. Carrying that anger only hurt me. Letting it go was one of the best decisions I ever made. Because now, I am truly free. I wake up every morning feeling grateful. Grateful for the lessons I've learned, for the love I found within myself, and for the hope that life always brings new beginnings. If I could speak to the Emily from a year ago, the one sitting on the floor, crying, feeling lost, I would tell her this. You are stronger than you think. This pain will pass. And one day, you will smile again, not because someone else makes you happy, but because you found happiness within yourself. And now I do smile. Not every day is perfect, but I have learned to see the beauty in the small things. A sunny morning, a good book, or a kind word from a stranger. Jake was a chapter in my life, but he wasn't the whole story. My story is still being written, and I'm excited to see where it goes next. Losing him wasn't the end of my happiness. It was the beginning of finding myself. And that, I believe, is the greatest gift of all.